Members of the Light Dragoons are left their base in Bavaria for a new posting in Poland. They'll be part of an American-led force 100 miles from the Russian border. US troops have begun to arrive in Europe as part of President Joe Biden's move to reinforce NATO amid concern over Russian military action in Ukraine. Britain has agreed to send a further 350 troops to Poland, in a move intended to demonstrate that the two countries stand together amid concerns that the Ukraine crisis could spill over into Eastern Europe. The deployment was agreed bilaterally, meaning it takes place outside NATO's strictures, and comes a few days after the US announced it would send in 1,700 paratroop reinforcements into Poland. The Light Dragoons, LD, is a cavalry regiment in the British Army. The regiment has a light cavalry role, and specializes in mounted and dismounted reconnaissance. The Light Dragoons recruit mainly in northern England, from the counties of Northumberland, Tyne, and Ware, County Durham, South Yorkshire and the East Riding of Yorkshire. For this reason, the regiment is known as England's Northern Cavalry. It is currently based in Catterick Garrison, North Yorkshire. The term Light Dragoons has a much earlier history. The British Army experimented with light cavalry in the 1740s, prompted by the French creation of hussar regiments. However, it was not until the 1750s that the British converted some dragoon regiments into light cavalry, these regiments being officially designated Light Dragoons. All British light cavalry regiments, numbered 7th and upwards, were titled Light Dragoons until 1806 to 1807, when 4 were reclassified as hussars. From 1816 more light dragoon regiments were reclassified as lancers or hussars, a tendency that continued throughout the 19th century. The regiment was formed in 1992 at Hague Barracks in Hone from the amalgamation of 2 regiments, the 13th 18th Royal Hussars, Queen Mary's Own, and the 15th 19th the King's Royal Hussars. All of the antecedent regiments had been regiments of light dragoons during the 18th and 19th centuries, including the Napoleonic Wars. B Squadron, the Guards, was the first squadron of the newly formed regiment to do a tour of duty, sent to Bosnia and Herzegovina in May 1993 on peacekeeping duties. They were followed by C Squadron, the Legion, in November 1993 and later by A and D Squadrons in 1994. In total the regiment did 13 operational tours of Bosnia, leading them to be described in 2001 by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Sir Charles Guthrie, as the best regiment of the Army at present, consistently the best officered, best recruited and all-round most effective. For all of those initial tours the Light Dragoons deployed on combat vehicle reconnaissance, tracked. In July 2003, the Light Dragoons sent units to Iraq on Operation Telek 2, followed by Operation Telek 6 in May 2005. Here the regiment assisted with post-conflict stabilization, training the police force, and fighting in the counter-insurgency operations. In October 2006, elements of the regiment were deployed on a tour of duty in Helmand Province, Afghanistan on Operation Herrick 5 with 3 Commando Brigade. This was followed by Operation Herrick 6 in April 2007 with 12 Mechanized Brigade. The regiment deployed as a battle group on Operation Herrick 10 in April 2009, and took part in Operation Panther's Claw in the summer of 2009. The regiment's last deployment to Afghanistan was on Operation Herrick 16 in April 2012. Here it provided the Brigade Reconnaissance Force, formation reconnaissance and mentoring teams for local forces. In 2014, soldiers from the Light Dragoons deployed to Bosnia on Operation Althea, providing a mobile reconnaissance capability for the EU forces ahead of the Bosnian elections. In December 2020, the Light Dragoons deployed to Mali on Operation Newcomb, as part of the UK's contribution to the UN's peacekeeping force. Here they formed the Long Range Reconnaissance Group, conducting patrols of up to 1,500 kilometers in length, in order to provide intelligence to the UN forces. The Light Dragoons are deploying as part of NATO Allied Forward Deployed Defense and Deterrence Military Force, in Central and Northern Europe. This posture in Central Europe through Poland and Northern Europe through Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, is in place, in order to protect and reassure the security of NATO's Central and Northern European member states on NATO's eastern flank. Following Russia's invasion of Crimea, NATO's member states agreed at the 2016 Warsaw Summit to forward deploy 4 multinational battalion battle groups to areas most likely to get attacked. The numbers involved, although a notable supplement to the armed forces of the country being defended, are limited to avoid seeming to threaten Russia. The chief value of the force is that it is impossible to invade Poland or the Baltic states without battling the soldiers and firing on the flags of the involved NATO states, giving cause for war. It is believed that the prospect of war with all those countries will deter aggression.